all delegations are here. All delegations were given, as you remember, a few days to prepare this round, which we have told them we expect will be the decisive round. In the last days, we have seen more fighting, we have seen airstrikes, we have seen more actions by Daesh, not only in Libya but also in the region. All participants have expressed their sorrow and their condolences for what happened in Tunisia. It's another alarm sign that we have to take into account for what is going on in the region. So there is a sense of urgency, and we believe this should be a decisive round. A message of acknowledgement for these representatives that prepare their work and came here to a negotiation which is always complicated, because you have to make concessions, you have to give up on something if you want to make a deal. So we have to praise them. We have to praise those who are working for peace, and to remind them that not only the United Nations team, not only the international community, all of us, all the world is expecting them to come in a spirit of compromise. They have to be ready, I insist, to agree with the other, and this means making concessions, not trying to get everything you want, not trying to win with 100% the result in your favor, but trying to understand that this is a give and take process. We will discuss in the next 3 days the security arrangements document, the government, the National Unity Government document, which includes criteria, includes guidelines for the future action of the government, the framework in which this government will work, and also we would like to discuss the confidence building measures document, which will be sent to Brussels next week. This will be a first phase in our work these days, and by Sunday we would like to have these 3 documents ready and, if possible, published as the already agreed part of what will be a final package. On Monday I will fly to Brussels for the opening of the municipalities confidence building measures meeting. As you know, we have different tracks in these negotiations. So we have the municipalities that will meet in Brussels. We have the security track, and we are trying to organize a meeting by the end of next week of the security track, all the army, armed groups, etc. We will have the input of this security arrangements document, but the detailed decisions, the concrete decisions, the technical arrangements on ceasefire and all the other elements, they will be discussed in this security track working group. And we will have, of course, more meetings, hopefully in the coming days. We are already preparing the second meeting of the political parties and political leaders. As you remember, the first meeting was just a few days ago in Algiers, and we are also preparing the meeting of tribal chiefs, tribal leaders, tribal representatives that is expected to take place in Egypt also in the coming days. So all the tracks will continue their work. They will receive a very important input from the meeting we are having these days, and as I said, this should send a strong message to the Libyan people that the negotiators are not only here to talk, to meet, which is of course important, but also to reach an agreement. Only this agreement, only this unity government, these decisions taken by all the actors, the political actors and the military actors, the armed groups, will give a chance to Libya to get out of the crisis. You never know in a negotiation when is this moment in which you cannot stretch more the process. There is always a feeling in the parties to if their calculation is that if time can continue in their favor, they continue to stretch the process. However, we have some deadlines coming, and we cannot change these deadlines. The international community is following very closely and with increasing concern the situation of terrorism. Something has to be done. It's not only about Libya, it's about the region, the wider region, if you want, but Libya is today a critical case. So something has to be done regarding terrorism. We have a very important Arab League summit in a few days. We have decisions even about the mandate of the United Nations mission by the end of this month. So we have a number of deadlines coming, and I think I don't like, I'm a person who normally doesn't like this kind of very dramatic, but in this case I think we are in the decisive moment, and parties should be aware that this is the decisive moment, and if they are not able to take the right decisions, Libya will go back to war again, and we know that this is a war that nobody can win. This is a war, as we have seen in other countries in the region, that may last for years and may produce suffering for years.